Okay, guys, if you want to scribble this off to the side of your paper, I think I deleted the slide out of your notes that I printed for you. Go ahead and write this down. This is basically notation for probability. It's kind of like function notation. You guys remember function notation hopefully a little bit here. The P stands for the probability of this represents the event we're looking at. So the probability of event A is the size of event A over the size of the sample space. So let me give you an example without a bunch of letters and fancy language. Let's just say hypothetically there's 13 girls in class, 40 students total. That's not correct. I'm just making up numbers. 13 girls, 40 students total. The probability that you're a girl is, what's the size of the event that you're a girl?
13.
Over the size of the sample space, which is the total number of students, is 40. So the probability is 13 out of 40. Okay? That's all it's saying. Okay? Just fancy language. That's all it is. Okay. So let's go ahead and find this slide. So now we're doing probability. So we're going to find two counts now. I'm going to find the count for the event, the count for the sample space, and make a fraction out of them. Okay? A box has 2 Tootsie Rolls, 5 Starbursts, 5 suckers. There's your total. Okay? But what's the probability that you'll pull out a Tootsie Roll? So first of all, what is the event in this case? What is the thing I'm trying to find the probability of? I'm trying to find the probability that it's a Tootsie Roll. Okay? So, now, what's the count? How many ways can that event happen? Tootsie Roll. There's only 2 to choose from. So there's 2 ways that that event can occur. I can pick one of the Tootsie Rolls, or I can pick the other Tootsie Roll. All right. Now, let's look at the sample space. The sample space is all the possible candies. So, how many candies total are there? 12. I've been hearing you guys chant 12. So, the probability that it's a Tootsie Roll is a fraction of the event in the sample space. So, it's 2 out of 12, and yes, we must reduce. So, the answer is 1/6. There's a 1 in 6 chance of getting a Tootsie Roll. Okay, number 2. Now look at your keyword there. What's the probability that you're going to pull a sucker or a starburst? Or means we're going to be doing what here? Adding. So we have sucker or starburst for our event. We have the sucker and the starburst. So how many ways can you get a sucker?
5.
How many ways can you get a starburst? So that's a total of... So my event can happen in 10 ways. Now let's do the sample space. The sample space is still 12. So my probability it's going to be a sucker or a starburst is some pretty good odds. 10 out of 12 reduces to 5/6. And you know what that translates to in English is for every 6 pieces of candy you take out of there, there's a pretty good chance that 5 of those are going to end up being either a starburst or a sucker. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at part 3 there. Okay, so 2 dice are thrown. What is the probability that the sum is 4? So now let's stop and think. What's the event? What is the thing I'm trying to find the probability of? That the sum equals 4. So look at your chart. We're talking about sums, so you can look at the chart I printed out for you. How many ways can you get a 4?
3.
There's 3 ways to get a 4. 1 plus 3, 3 plus 1, or 2 plus 2, right? Now let's take a look at the sample space. How many possible outcomes are there for when you roll 2 dice? There's 36. And how did she get that so quick? Well, she multiplied 6 times 6 and got 36. Okay? So To make a fraction out of this, what's the probability you're going to roll 4 is 3 out of 36, which is 1 out of 12. Okay, so here are 3 for you guys. So here are our answers.